Abdullah Mason gets over the hump.
Yeah, Cleveland's very own, man.
I felt that fight was closer than it was scored.
I think they had a 15-13.
Yeah, the 115-113 is
okay,
fine. Yeah,
okay.
The 117-111, I feel you.
Okay, yeah.
I definitely feel you. I did my own scorecard on that, and I actually had it a draw. But I wouldn't have...
You had that fight a draw?
I had a draw. I had it a draw. Yeah.
I had it a draw?
So the 115-113 I wasn't mad at, but I did favor it going to Abdullah because he finished strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He really finished strong in the last couple rounds.
Right.
But I knew that fight was going to go that way.
Right. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Mason was going to try to step in there and stay in there as much as he did?
That's his mentality,
I ain't
bro.
gonna lie, though. I ain't gonna lie, though. I ain't expect him to do it this fight, though. But
Oh, yeah?
No, I mean, in my opinion, I thought they was going like. He did it he was like back and forth with it, you know what I'm saying? But he was in the trenches with him, you know what I mean? So I ain't really expect that. So like he had me on my seat the whole fight. Now you feel me? But I had him winning for sure, especially like I wanna say the first half, you know, Dula did his thing, and then like towards like the middle of the fight, Sam kind of like wasn't going, you know what I mean? Like it was starting to get competitive, and so I want to say towards it like the last couple rounds, Abdullah dug deep and. You know what I'm saying? He got the win and shit. So I kind of figured I had it a split. That was my take.
I thought Mason he pulled it out because he hurt Noakes.
Yeah, he hurt him a couple times.
Yeah. Couple times. He hurt him
a couple times.
3, 6, 10, and 12.
That was more than one time he hurt him.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say he hurt him. He pretty much hurt him like a good. Yeah, he hurt him a couple times.
But he and man, the dude's a withering body puncher.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right?
he projects to be one of the best body punchers in the game. I mean, that's what won him the fight was the body work more than up top. And then I know afterwards Abdullah said, "I fought his fight." To give credit to Noakes, he made him fight his fight, and Abdullah. He showed flashes of what he could become, dominating. Because here he is with his freakish 74-inch reach, fighting in the phone booth with Noakes. But it was, from my eyes, and you guys could correct me, it was because the technical stuff still has holes in it to where he can't just outbox this guy right now. He had to fight him. He was drawn into that fight and had to win the fight that way. So the critique is, at 21, he still got holes he's gonna have to work on. That I mean, his upside is ridiculous.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
But he won it on that raw talent. And what we did find out, and we knew this from the Johan Vasquez fight, though, is man, does he got it on the insides? It's one thing to be talented and long and be fast and have power, but to also have that dog and that heart and that grit. So the skills, I think they're gonna come along. You know, he's gonna develop, but. At 21, this was how he had to win it. Yeah,
and I feel like even at the 12 rounds, you know, like we got to see his engine too, because it wasn't like it was just 12 rounds where he was just boxing with a guy that was boxing with him. That dude was pressing. He was in his chest the whole time. So I felt like there wasn't just about, the little things you were just saying as well too. The engine was also very important. So now you can really invest in a guy like Abdullah, because now you know he can stop a guy in 1, stop a guy in 12, and do anything and everything in between. You know?
No, that's a fact. I was gonna say, I think he had the ability to outbox him because he was doing it. Like he was
showed
doing
glimpses.
Yeah, he was doing it, but he just
like,
just got back to that's where he felt comfortable at, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to go in there and touch the body and try to beat him that way, but I feel like he showed abilities of boxing because he came out and he was jabbing him and
Yeah, there was those times
it was like that. So I think he could have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? I think, he's still young, you feel me? So,
yeah, that's what it is. You know, it was certain things I was watching.
It's a young man against a grown ass man.
Right.
Bro was 28. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with Abdullah, he has to work on his physicality with his wrestling and the clinches and stuff like that. Sometimes he'll be up a little too high when Sam Noakes would have his head in his chest and trying to kind of like control him.
And he's still here.
It's little things like that you grow and learn as, you get more experience and you mature as a fighter. That was you taught me that in sparring, to be honest. Keeping the head inside the chest and to really have more of a dominant position when you're up close. And that's what Sam Noakes was doing with Abdullah. And then, again, like I said, the wrestling with the clinches, being able to find those little holes and getting those little punches in, he'll continue to learn that as he get older. But that, like you said, his upside is crazy. His potential is unbelievable.
It's Shakur, he had a tweet after the fight. People, Shakur, because now they're both lightweight champions. But I gotta Shakur is correct, because it's like sometimes the media, myself included, because we had Itauma a couple weeks ago. I look at Abdullah is our Italma. It's just he's a lightweight instead of heavyweight, you know. And Italma, he's very mature. He says the right thing. You put Usyk in front of him, he's gonna fight him. That's what the fighter does. But what I got from him is deep down, he knows he needs to go at his own pace and to develop and everything. And so, you know, Shakur is correct. Abdullah, he is a lightweight champion, but let's pump the brakes on Keyshawn and Shakur and stuff. Let him get some growth and experience.
We got to 100% pump the brakes because here's the bottom line, and then we'll move on. The bottom line is this. He's taking too many shots. We already know that. Why is he taking too many shots?
Right.
He's immature right now. He does not know how to transition from offense to defense seamlessly. You do that. I don't know if you do that, but you do that. I mean, seamlessly. I know you had dropped somebody one time. You threw the hook and you rolled off the punch. Like that's how it's done. Those are techniques and things you pick up along the way from sparring with other great fighters or something that's specifically taught to you. My dad specifically was teaching me offense to defense to offense to defense, and that's why why I did so much in the fight, because my dad there was never an off button. It was just the bell rings, and then the bell rings again, and you right back offense. You know what I mean? He needs to learn how to transition from his offense to his defense. Until he can do that, pump the brakes, 100%, and that's just due to his immaturity. Not calling him, not saying he's young like that, but just in certain phases, maturity just speaks to your experience. That's what maturity
that's all it
speaks
is.
to. Maturity is speaking to your experience, and he hasn't had the experiences enough, whether it's in training camp or training with his dad, to let him know, like, hey, I need to learn how to transition better from my offense to my defense, which is why he kept getting pulled in to that fighting style. Because once I hit you and then I get hit, now I gotta get you back. That's the immature response, opposed to the I hit you, I made you miss, I slid out and I did what I do. Reminded me of Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano has really great defense when she calls on it. She can slip and slide. She can move and groove. He can do the same thing. This kid is slippery when he's calling on it. But in this fight right here, he wasn't calling on it. It has to become second nature. It's something, I'm not going to get on Amanda, but for him, it's not second nature to go from that offense to that defense. When he wants to be slick, he can be slick,
like
sexy, cool. Right. But it has to become an automatic thing. And I think that until it can become automatic for him, that's when he can now start to step up and really say, I'm ready for all of the big dogs. But I like what Shakur said. Hey, slow down. The kid got a belt, but he's not quite there yet.
For sure.
74-inch reach, like Terrence Crawford, wins the first title that Terrence Crawford won. They're both Midwest silent killers. I see a lot of people saying, though, he fights almost more like Boots than he does Crawford, but
I can
he's
see
21,
that a little bit. I can see that because he might be a little more slick,
a little more lethal,
a little more. I mean,
Bud's pretty lethal.
I'm about to say, Bud's pretty lethal. I don't know. But I think it's more.
Bud didn't force anything.
Switch. Right.
Yeah.
But from back then to now, he never forced anything.
Yeah, that is true.
And again, talking about maturity, like I think early on, that just wasn't his nature. His style wasn't. I'm gonna go get it. He became I'm gonna go get it, but then still held on to I'm gonna be patient and let it organically happen. Let me figure out how to make it happen. Which again that's what makes him such a special fighter. But he's lethal. This kid is lethal and not afraid of what we say, the smoke.
Got
a little appetite for
Cleveland.
the smoke.
Cleveland in the house.
Which makes it fun to watch.
Did you know Abdullah at all growing up in Cleveland? Seeing him in the gyms at all, or?
No, well, he a lot younger than me. I knew I came up with his older brother. Like his older brother, Amir. So me and Amir, like we used to spar all the time. You know what I mean? So I think Amir might be older than me, like probably like a year or two older than me. But during that time though, but Abdullah was like he was like a little kid at that time. So I got a chance to watch him grow though. Like, he always been like that. Like, he always been a dog. Like, he always had that in him. He always had like that natural talent. Like, he just naturally gifted. You feel me? So I'm not surprised that he a world champion right now. Like, I seen
youngest
it
in
coming,
boxing, the youngest world champion.
I'm a big fan of that.
Dude a dog, man. Like, he a dog for sure. He gonna be something great.